dig in together and go ahead and get started, guys. So we want to welcome you to this group. We're really excited. I absolutely love the start of these groups, especially the 21-day groups, because a lot of the times that's where our newer people are coming in and they're being introduced into this amazing group of women that have absolutely inspired me, challenged me, given me ideas, gotten me back up when I fell down. Like, you name it, this group of women have been there in so many different ways. Some of them I've gotten to meet in person, and some of them I haven't gotten to meet in person yet, but yet they still have such an impact on my life. So to know that you get to come into a community like that and just really see how a bunch of real life women do this thing, and some too, but just really see how it's done. Some of us have really hectic, busy schedules. Some of us have, well, everybody has a busy schedule, but let's just put it like this. Some people work from home, some people work out of the house, some people have more kids than the other, whatever the case may be. So to see different walks of life and how they handle living healthy, eating healthy, what do they do when they fall off the wagon? How do they get back on? How do they plan for their week? If they meal prep, if so, what does that look like? All of those kinds of things, you guys, because this is what really matters. We're in the society where we see a bunch of quick fixes, diets, fads, and things like that. And it's easy to want to jump on that bandwagon, but the only thing that's going to bring true change in your life, and I'm talking about not just your waistline, but in your life, and especially in your waistline where you can keep it off, not just lose it, but keep it off, is truly creating healthy habits that are going to last a lifetime. Figuring out what works for you, figuring out what healthy looks like for you, what you do, how you deal with maybe having a bad day or having a bad weekend or getting sick. How do you jump back from that? All of those things, and we get to work through that. And obviously we start in our 21-day group, and that's where we really love to dig in with you guys and focus on creating those new healthy habits and the community. So dig in, okay? So I didn't even mean to say all this, but I really just want you guys to understand, if you come into this group and you just hide like a little fly on the wall and you're just kind of watching, you'll get some out of it, but it's when you immerse yourself and you're like, you know what, I might not know any of these ladies except for maybe the coach that introduced me here. And sometimes you only know that coach a little bit through social media, but I'm telling you, if you break through the barrier and you're like, you know what, I'm going to let my guard down. This is my safe place to ask questions, to grow, to connect, to get to know people. It's going to have such a huge impact on you. So that would be my first thing, is go ahead, dive in wholeheartedly, and know that for the next 21 days and hopefully far beyond, this is your safe place to go. So utilize it, utilize it, utilize it. So let me just explain kind of why we're having this call tonight. We really want to make sure that you guys are empowered and equipped with the right tools and information to make sure that you absolutely do get the most out of this group for the next 21 days. We want you to understand what we expect from you and what you can expect from us, what we're going to do and go through and provide for each other. So we are excited that you are here. We know that you are here for a reason. We firmly believe that, and we've seen it time and time again, and we're excited to see what you accomplish in this next 21 days together with us. And I want to first of all let you guys know, right now you'll see Becky Reed up in the right hand corner, and then my name is Lisa Medina, and there's also, we've got Chrissy, we've got a few coaches that are going to be in this group, you guys. You're going to see many different coaches, and when you're in the app, if you see the letter C beside someone's name, then you know that they are a coach in there. So look out for them, but look out for each other as well. Look out for other challengers, and look for those people that you can connect with. So you're going to see many of us in there. And like I was mentioning before, that's one of the cool things and the cool benefits about these groups, is that you're going to more than likely find someone that you're like, oh my gosh, I can relate to her. I get her. Or maybe you work out at the same time. Maybe your jobs are similar, or whatever the case may be. So keep your eyes open for that. So let's talk about your challenge pack. A lot of you guys, how many of you are working out with Beachbody On Demand? Like, you have the whole, okay, I got that too. Okay, so a lot of the times we have people who come in and they've got Beachbody On Demand all access, especially now. And if you are wondering what that is, go ahead and just ask your coach. It is an amazing option that we have now where you can have access to every single fitness program that we have. So you not only get started with one, but you have the option to continue going all year long. And that is just absolutely amazing. That's what we love to dig in and do with guys. But even if you have all access, can I just highly encourage you, if you have not chosen one program to focus on for the next 21 days, please reach out to your coach after you hear this and say, hey, I have not made that choice yet. Will you help me choose? And they can ask you a few questions and really help you get, pointed in the right direction. You can also go on your Beachbody On Demand app. If you haven't already checked it out, don't wait until the first day that you press play, especially if you are going off to work and you're doing it early in the morning. Go ahead and check it out a little bit beforehand so that you can get familiar with the app. But you want to go ahead and go in there. You can look by type. You can look up a workout by type. So if you're looking for a cardio workout, or you're looking to tone or to lose weight, or whatever the case may be, maybe you want a dance style workout, they have them kind of broken down so you can get an idea. So maybe even if you want to go in there and check out like, hey, these interest me, which one would you suggest? Go do that. And here's why. When you follow our programs from start to finish, or you at least find, sometimes online you can find our hybrid programs. Talk to your coach about that too. They can talk to you about that if you really want to combine a few and switch it up. Either way, they all have a calendar. I want you guys to print out the program calendar and make sure that you follow it. I actually have mine hanging on the wall. I should have took it down before we started. But if you follow that, you're going to get the better results. If you follow your program calendar, you drink your 1 shake a day, and you do your weekly meal planner, we're going to cover that a little bit tonight, then you're going to get the best results, and that's what we want for you. This is the Summer Ready Challenge, so no pressure, right? We got like 30 days until summer starts. Not even, we're a little bit less than 30 days right now, so we are going to dig in. And this is like go time. This is game time. Get your game face on. Get ready. We are going to make sure that we really, really focus, and that's going to give you your focus. You don't want to just go off of feeling in the morning, like, what do I feel like doing today, and hope that you get the results. We've already taken the guesswork out of it for you, and they've already made the calendars to where if you follow it, you're going to get the max results. So make sure that you guys go ahead and do that. And I want to mention really quickly as well, when you do follow a program from start to finish, let's just use the 21-day fix because this is a 21-day group. So the 21-day fix, let's say that's the program you chose. And this could be any program, but we're going with that one for right now. If you take your before pictures, and we're going to be talking about that in this group before we get started, but if you take your before pictures, your weight, your measurements, and you enter your results on teambeachbody.com in the Team Beachbody Challenge, okay, then you're going to win a free t-shirt or prize for every single program that you complete, and you're going to be entered to win cash prizes. They give away $500 daily. They give away $1,000 monthly. There's $100,000 grand prizes that they give away at the end of the year. You guys, this is amazing. So remember that every program that you complete, you get your shirt. It's like running a marathon, right? You own that shirt. You earned it. It's like one of those things. Every time I get my shirt, I'm like, yeah, I earned that shirt. You know, it's exciting. Make a fun bet with yourself. How many shirts can you get in 2017, and then do it again in 2018, and then, hey, what if you win one of the prizes? What if you win $500 or $1,000? What if you win the grand prize of $100,000? You guys, I've been a Beachbody coach for 5 years, and every year at our huge team summit, we get to see these grand prize winners rewarded. And the one thing that I love the most, is absolutely the highlight of our entire summit experience, is watching their stories. They put together a little video of their stories, and it's absolutely incredible because the winners are just out there. Sometimes it's a big weight loss story. Sometimes it's just like, maybe, I mean, they lost weight, but maybe it wasn't a massive amount, but their story, what they went through to lose that weight, what they fought through, was just powerful. So it's incredible. Why not you? That is something you're going to hear us say. Why not you? Why not you? So don't come in here and think, oh, I'm just going to try it for 21 days. And if it doesn't work in the first week, then I knew it wasn't for me. If you come in with that attitude, it's not going to work for you. Can I just tell you that up front? Not because I want to be rude, but because I love you and I want to say, give it your all because you're worth it. Why not you? Why not you to change your life? Why not you to get the best results? Why not you to say, I'm going all in for 21 days, but I'm not stopping there. This is how I'm going to live my life. I'm going to take care of me. That's what our hope is for you guys. So just know that the Beachbody Challenge is out there. And again, if you have more questions about these things that I'm kind of talking through really quickly, ask the coach that brought you here. Ask on the app. In that page, ask away. That is what we are here for. As a matter of fact, I'm going to post something after this call that says got questions. If you think of something after the call that you're like, oh, I wish I would have, asked this, or they would have spoke on that, please ask us, because we want to make sure that you guys get all of your questions answered. Okay, so I want to make sure, you guys, that you, sorry, I'm reading my notes. I want to make sure I'm giving you guys everything. So there are videos that we've posted. If you have not been able to keep up with all of the prep week, so we opened on Monday, but our official kickoff is this Monday, the 22nd. But since this past Monday, we have been posting videos or some sort of something for you to kind of get prepared, get ready. And I want to encourage you, go back and check those suckers out before you scroll Facebook or anything else. Go into that app and really look at all of the videos that we posted, because they're there to make sure that you do get the most out of it. And again, if you have questions, make sure that you're asking. And other than that, you guys, I'm asking you right now, trust this process with us. We have been doing this I've been doing it personally for 5 years, and I can tell you I came in as a skeptic. I came in with a gym background thinking that that was just the way, but I also knew I struggled with nutrition. I needed these groups more than I knew that I needed these groups. And it has taken me a while. I always pick with people. I kind of had to take baby steps. I don't know if you guys ever seen the movie. I can't remember the name of the movie, but he was talking about baby steps the whole time. I had to take baby steps towards healthy eating. Like, seriously, it was really, really bad. But I was able to clean up my nutrition drastically in these groups. So give yourself some grace. Don't expect that you're going to be perfect, but give it all you've got. And if you fall off and you feel like, oh my gosh, maybe sometimes I've seen people, and I have done it myself. I had a piece of cheesecake or something one weekend. I was doing super good, and I ate the cheesecake at an event or something like that. And I was like, see, I knew I couldn't do it. I knew I couldn't do this healthy eating thing. I fell off the wagon again. Why can't I ever get this right? No. That's why we plan every week. That's why we have a game plan for the food that's going in our mouth. Because then if we do fall off, or we enjoy something a little bit too much, then we know, hey, it's okay. The next meal, I know what I'm doing. I know how I'm going to get back on track. And it really takes, being surrounded by other people who are doing that too, to hold you accountable. Because have you ever been to a barbecue or something and you're like, no, dude, I'm eating healthy. I'm going to have a salad. And everybody else is, down in the burgers and the beers and the chips and the fries or whatever. And they're like, dude, are you seriously going to eat the salad? Come on, have this with us. A lot of the times they're not going to support you. They're not going to be like, you know what, that's awesome that you're eating the salad. I'm impressed. I should work on my nutrition too. No, they feel bad that they don't have the drive yet, that want to be healthy. And a lot of the times we cave into that, but this is your group. These are your people who are going to say, no, girl, you've got this. You've got your plan. Stick with it. Let us know how it goes. We are going to be in this thick with you, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So trust this process. Know that if you come in here, you give it everything you've got, you're going to experience some awesome changes. In your goal, with your goals that you're working on, but also in your life. So I'm going to pass it over right now to Becky. She's got some awesome stuff to share with us. So go ahead, Becky, girl.
All right. Hey, you guys, I'm Becky. And like Lisa already said, we are super, super excited that you have joined us this month. I'm going to tell you, hit on a few things, but first, I just want to let you know what to expect from us as the coaches. First of all, I want you to know that this is just a positive community of cheerleaders. It is a safe place. Every single one of us here joined as a challenger just like you. We came in the same way that you are, having something that we wanted to work on, a goal that we wanted to reach. So all those feelings that you're feeling right now, maybe feeling a little nervous, maybe feeling hopeful, wondering if you can really do this, wondering if it will really work, all of those feelings we have all felt. Somebody in here has felt them, and probably everybody else that's joining for the first time right now is feeling those same things too. So I say that so you know that we are just all normal, regular people just like you. There's nothing special about us other than we came in as a challenger just like this, and it changed our life, and we decided we wanted to pay it forward to other people. So know that you are in a very, very safe place with people who get you, who have been there, and who are still on their journey. We're all, working on our own goals right now too. It's not something that ends, this help thing. It just continues on. So I want you to know that first of all. Lisa kind of hit on it a little bit, but this week is our prep week, and going back until Monday. And so this week, we're just really getting ready. We're trying to give you all the tools that you need so that by Monday, you are ready to hit the ground running. So make sure you go back and check out what's been there and what will come over the weekend. There's also been some great stories from some of the coaches have shared just their transformations, physical as well as kind of what's happened inside their heart and their life as they've gone through it. So check those out too. But, we've talked about yesterday, we covered meal planning and meal prepping and using those containers. Those are big ones to make sure you go back and check those out. We'll also be talking about goal setting and what your vision is for this, how to take your measurements. That'll come up this weekend, and just getting ready to go for Monday. Tomorrow we'll talk a little bit about Shakeology and the purpose of it as included in this whole process, so that you can understand what it is that you're putting in your body and why it's going to work for you. But then once we get started on Monday, there's going to be a daily post pinned at the top. So at 6 a.m. every morning, there's going to be a post from one of the coaches in the team, or in the group, and it may be motivational, it may be information, it may just be something fun to do that day, but that will be there first thing every morning. So when you get up, you can check that out and have a way just to focus your mind on what you're doing here, because what you're doing is possibly a big change, and we always want to start our days with something positive and directing us in the direction that we want to go with this. So make sure you check those out, and then there'll be posts here and there throughout the day from all of us, but those, check out that main pin post. That's the main thing we want you to know every morning for the next 21 days. Check that out at 6 a.m. And then the other thing you can expect from us from here all the way through is just love and encouragement. We just want you to know that we are here to support you. Don't feel like you can't show up if you've made, if something didn't go exactly as you want it to, or you're feeling bad. Show up, because what you're going to find is a whole lot of people who are saying, I've been there, I've done that, let's keep going. So know that that's what we are here to do, is just cheer you on and help you any way that we can, and just support you. All right, our expectations for you. So we would encourage you to check in to the group at least 2 times a day, at least once a day, preferably twice, but once in the morning to get that post, see what that pin post is at 6 a.m. And then later in the day, we check back in, and that's when we share, that's when we kind of hold ourselves accountable to our goals. And so what we're going to be doing there, when you check in the evenings, we have something called Rate Your Day. And so at, after you've had dinner, you're coming to the end of your evening, we get on there and we rate 2 things about our day. We rate our workout and we rate our nutrition. And then also that we share a positive, because like we said, every morning we're going to start with a positive and we are going to end with a positive. We're going to find something positive about the day. But as far as the ratings, so we're going to rate our workout. So let's say it's day 1. You show up to your workout, you press play, you do that 30-minute workout, you do it from start to finish. Maybe you follow the modifier the entire time. Maybe you have to take a few stops. I would give that a 5. If you showed up and you gave it your all, then give it a 5. Okay, let's say there's another day you do press play, but you're kind of half-hearted about it and you're not really motivated. Maybe give yourself a 3 if you didn't really give it your all. Okay. But if you, just because you have to use something like the modifier or something there, that doesn't mean you get a lower number. If you gave it your all, you give yourself a 5. Okay. So you're rating yourself on how your workout was that day, how hard you pushed at it, really. Okay. And then rating, we're going to rate the day also on our nutrition. And that just means, how did you stick to your plan? Now, we all have different plans. Some people are going to be following that 21-day fix, the fixed container plan to a T. Some people may be coming in, and for you, if you just, maybe you were having 5 sodas a day and you got yourself down to 1 soda a day, maybe that's your focus right now. We all have different goals with this. So you are rating yourself on your goal and your focus. Okay. So don't get in there and compare and worry about what someone else is doing. You're rating your day for you. So give that workout a rating, give your nutrition a rating, and then find something positive in your day. And that positive, it could be the health and fitness, but the positive could also be related to just anything going on in your day. Okay. It doesn't have to be, maybe you just had a great day with your kids or something like that. But we love to see all of that and celebrate with you. So the evenings are pretty fun because you get to get in there and see what everybody else is doing, how they're doing, cheer each other on, encourage each other, likes and comments on each other's things. And then just, I think seeing all the positives for the day is a fun part of the evening. So, and that's all inside the app. And we'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. So does anybody, I can't see everybody, but does anybody have any questions about anything I've said so far before I go on? Okay, let's keep going. All right, the next thing I'm going to do is show you a few things about the app. I'm going to share my screen here, and give me just a second. And I'm going to take you through some of the pages on there. Okay, so I'm hoping you guys can see that. Somebody speak up if you can't. But so this is the My Challenge Tracker app. When you go into the app right now, you should see, if you see down at the bottom, I'm just going to walk you through. If you see the very bottom, there's the house, there's these 3 heads, there's like a person with a graph and a bell. I'm going to walk you across left to right across those, and those little things are going to be circled at the bottom so you can see what I'm looking at, and there's arrows to direct you. But down at the very bottom, that's the home screen, and when you log in right now, that's what you're going to see. Up at the top, that oval, it says view your checklist, and by Sunday, you're going to go in there and do all of those little things if you haven't already, like setting your goal for yourself, putting in your weights and your measurements, a before picture, and like I said, we'll talk about all those things. But that is where you just click on that view your checklist, and that will take you to all the things that you want to get in there. Because even though we don't love doing some of those things when we start, when you are done 21 days from now, or 30 days from now, or 60 days from now, when you've kept going, to be able to go back and see what your measurements were, what those pictures look like, and be able to compare, it is huge. So make sure you do those things. But that's what your screen looks like right now when you log in. Now, on Monday, when you log in, it is going to look like this. Now, this is a page from a different group that I'm in, but I want to be able to show you. If you see down at the bottom where I have the arrow and the plus sign, when you hit on that plus sign, it's going to give you, or up at the top where you see add workout and add Shakeology, you can click on any of those things, and that's how you're going to track yourself for the next 21 days. Every time you do a workout, you're going to hit add workout. You're going to show us that sweaty picture of you and what you look like when you're done, and you're just going to tell us what workout you did. And then we're all going to comment and like and tell you how awesome you are. And the same thing for Shakeology. You add that every day. So when you get to the end of the week or the end of 21 days, you can look back and say, oh my gosh, I did that. I did 19 workouts. I did 21 workouts. You're going to be able to go in there and see that. And I'll show you how to see that later. But that's what it's going to look like on Monday when you log in. So you can add your workout, add your Shakeology, and you can use any of those buttons. And it looks like this is what the next screen looks like when you click on those things. If you click on that plus, let me go back. That plus sign at the bottom where I had the arrow, if you click on that, then it looks like this screen will come up, and you can add all those things. So you could add a picture every day or your weight every day if you want to. I wouldn't really recommend weighing every day because weight fluctuates. That scale is kind of a liar. So I certainly would, it plays with our emotions. So I wouldn't do it every day, but there is that option there if you'd like to. or whenever you want to. Okay, next screen. Okay, so now I'm moving to the 3 heads thing. And this is like our group feed. So like if you went into Facebook where you could just scroll, this is your scroll. This is where everything will pop up there. But what I wanted you to see on this, up at the top in that oval, is where it says info and files. So if you click on that, if you haven't found this yet, click on that. It's going to take you to a screen which has a few other things, and it says files. You're going to click on files, and then it's going to take you to this screen where we have all our files. So the 21-day fixed meal plan is in there. Our wildfire meal guide is in there. The weekly planner, a shopping list, weight measurement, all these things that are files that we've referred to and the other stuff, they are right here. So if I click on, that wildfire meal guide there, then it's going to take me to the document, to that file, and they're all PDF files in there. And this is on an iPhone. I don't know about other phones, but down at the bottom in the left-hand corner where my big arrow is pointing, if you click on that, that is how you can print right from the app. So I'll go back and walk you through one more time so you can see where oops, let me go back. Okay, so we're on the page that has the 3 heads. Up at the top, it says info and files. Hit that, and then it will take you to all the files. And then there's how you look at them and print them. Okay, moving on. Moving across the bottom there, I am looking at that head with a graph there. And this is where another place that you can go in. You can see your goal. You can edit your goals. And then, if I had already had progress through here, I could click on these things and I could see how much weight I had lost already, how much my measurements had changed. That if you click on that timeline piece up there where it says timeline, that would give you some graphs of things that have changed over time. And that's a really exciting thing to get to see. So that's what's down there. And then the last one, the bell down at the bottom, those are just notifications. So when one of us likes or comments or whatever on your post, that's where you can go in and see. It works sort of like Facebook does there, a little bit differently, but that's where you can go and see those things. But one more thing I want to show you on that page, up at the top where you see the little wheel, that's where you can adjust your settings. So, and I'll show you mine. I like to see I do want to get notifications for something. I personally don't like to get push notifications. So down at the bottom, I have my push notifications turned off because to me, I don't want my phone going off all day long. But if that is motivating you to have it go off and to remind you what you're doing or remind you what you're fighting for, to have little things pop up on your phone all day long, keep it on if that works for you. I just want you to see that this is the place where you can go in and adjust those things. Like I like to see when a coach adds their post. I don't need to see when every member does, but I am going to go back through and look at those later. When someone comments or someone mentions me or tags me, I want notifications so I can definitely see those things. And you set it how you want it and the way that's going to work for you. Okay, and so here's your goal. I already mentioned this earlier, but by Monday, go ahead and finish that checklist in there. Make sure you get your weights, your measurements, add in your before pictures, and get your goal. Set a goal, a realistic goal. Get that in there. And if you need help with that, you've probably already talked with your coach about that. And if you haven't, talk with them again. And then the last thing that I'm going to stop sharing my screen here. Last thing I was going to hit on real quickly is, let me make sure. Yep. That the main thing as we're coming through this weekend is just that planning and prepping. There's going to be some steps that we need to take so that on day one, on Monday, we feel successful. And we're giving you all those tools. And I know tonight is it's like lots and lots of information. And it will get fun. I promise we'll get fun as we get going. But for right now, it is information to get you going. And that doesn't always feel as fun. But I don't know if you guys had a chance to print out your weekly planner before you got on here. There was a video early in the week, like with the meal planning. I talked a little bit about that and filling it out. But if you do have your weekly planner, so this is what it looks like if you haven't seen one yet. Up at the top, it has a place for your meals and your snacks during the day, what you're going to do there. Down at the bottom, it has a place if you're using the fixed containers where you can use those and you can kind of tally as you go. And then over on this side, it has your workout plan because we are going to plan and schedule when our workouts are going to happen. We are going to plan these like they are an important job interview that we cannot miss because that's what they are. For the next 21 days, we're going to follow that plan and get them in. So we've got to plan ahead to have that happen. So tonight, all I really want you to do, if you have that plan, I want you to figure out where are you going to have your Shakeology and put that on there. For me, I am having it for lunch right now because that's the meal of the day that I just don't want to deal with. So I have my Shakeology there, and I have it Monday through Saturday usually there, and then Sunday I have it for breakfast. So once you have that on your plan, where is that going to work best for you? Where is that going to help you? For a lot of ladies, it's breakfast, because otherwise breakfast just wouldn't happen if they don't have it there. Some ladies have it for dinner, and you can have it as a snack. It doesn't matter. But if you have your planner there, go ahead and write that in right now. Where are you going to have that? And then you can fit the rest of the things around, you'll figure out the rest of your meals and foods around that using those videos we've already shared. But go ahead and put that on there. And then once you have that, Lisa mentioned it before, but all our workout programs come with a calendar. Now, if you got like you have a DVD program in your hands, that has a physical calendar, a big calendar, and I'll show you on mine. This is one I finished just a while back. And I use it as a sticker chart. I put stickers on it as I go because it's motivating for me to see that I knocked out week 1 and now I finished week 2. And oops, I missed that one. So that's not an option. I better make it up somewhere. I like having that. But use that calendar, use this form, and then put in there, so I'll next week I'm on week 3 of PIO, and I'm going to write down the names of the workouts I'm doing. So I know in my head on Monday I'm doing core, and Tuesday I'm doing sweat, whatever it is. And then I put my time, whatever time you're putting for you, but get that scheduled down on paper before Monday comes. And on Sunday night, we all share this to prove to ourselves, to prove to everybody, we are ready. We've got it together and we're going to go. So don't skip this step. It's huge. I think that was all that I had to share, but I would just encourage you, if like Lisa already said, if you have questions, may open it up at the end to ask questions, but if not, ask them. I think we're just doing it in the app, but get your questions out in there, because if you have them, somebody else does too. So don't hold back. Don't be shy. Get in there and ask them. There are lots of us who have done pretty much everything that's out there. Somebody's done some of it, and we are happy to help you as you get started there. All right, Lisa, I'm going to turn it back over to you.
All right, awesome, you guys. We are almost done with this, but there's a few things that I want to share with you guys first. And before I share my screen, because I do have a few things I want to show you guys before we get off of this call together, I first of all just want to ask you to think for just a moment. I want you to really think about why you decided to say yes to this, because there's something that brought every single one of us here to decide to go all in for the next 21 days and get summer ready together. So I want you to really remind yourself why you decided to do this. For the next 21 days, you need to remember why you started that. But one thing that you don't always hear asked, because I'm sure if you've seen any quotes on Pinterest or social media, you've heard like fight for your why, or when you feel like quitting, remember why you started, right? And that's awesome, and it's so powerful. You've got to do it. But I want you to think about one obstacle. What is an obstacle that you foresee getting in the way in the next 21 days? Because sometimes it's easy to make the decision to go all in and you're excited, but the first time that obstacle comes in the way, that's when so many of us are tempted to just be like, yeah, see, I knew it wouldn't work. But what I want you to do, and what I'm challenging you to do right now before we move on, is to recognize the obstacle. That way, when it comes, you can go ahead and think right now, what am I going to do when that obstacle comes? And like Becky said, and I've mentioned too, we want you guys to ask questions. So let's say if we get off this call and you're like, okay, I've identified that, when I wake up in the morning, I'm exhausted. But I know that the morning time is when I got to get my workout in. This is an obstacle I see coming in the way. How do you guys deal with it? That's what I want you to ask. How do we deal with that obstacle? So if you have an obstacle but you're not quite sure how you're going to overcome it, ask us. Let's chat about it. We'll help you do that. But 9 times out of 10, you probably already know how you're going to overcome it, or how you need to overcome it. Maybe you need to come in there and just like, all right, you guys, here's the deal. This is what I'm fighting for. This is my why, but here's my obstacle. Here's how I'm going to overcome it. Hold me to it. So if you see me hiding, call me out. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm going to screen really quickly because I want to share some awesome things with you guys before we head off of here. So I do want to ask, why not you? Because that's a question that when I was asked that, it just hit me like a ton of bricks a few years ago when I became a coach. And I really want you to think about this whole group. If you find yourself being like, you know what, I'm not sure I can do this, or if you find yourself tempted to compare your food or your workouts or where you're at in your journey, where with where someone else is, I want you to ask yourself, why not you? If you feel like somebody else is so much further ahead, you don't know where they started. Why not you? If they can do it, you absolutely can do it too. And I'm going to show you some amazing women. Let me see. Not sure if you guys can see the little people on the side. So let me go back. Sorry, I was trying to move us out of the way so we can see the full picture. Here we go. All right, so this is one of our mini coaches that you're going to see in our group. And this amazing woman, she went from a size 14 to a size 2, you guys. That's absolutely huge. But you can read some of her story. I really had to shorten these stories down to try to fit them on here so that we could go through them. But you guys, right here, she felt like she could conquer anything but weight loss. Have you ever felt like that? Like so many people have felt like that, right? She was shy, subconscious, low energy, ashamed of her body. Now she's smaller than she was in high school, and her confidence, and she has more confidence rather, and more energetic than she ever was. So why not you? That's something that you need to think about. If Catherine could do it, and you're going to see her in this group, then you can too. We got Chrissy. She's in here with us. She's on this call. And look at this woman. She's 39 years old, a mother to former smoker, had 3 major abdominal surgeries. You guys never know where somebody else's journey has led them to where they are. But if you want to do something, if you know there's a goal you want to accomplish, whether it's weight loss, gaining more confidence, getting your energy back, if you've seen that other people can do it, then you can do it too. And by surrounding yourself with people who are currently doing that or have already achieved it, that's one of your best ways to make sure that you're going to succeed in that area too. And look at her now. This woman not only, you cannot tell she's had any abdominal surgeries. Her abs are amazing, but she's awesome, and her whole life has changed, and she is just like a light you're going to see in these groups. So it's so fun to be in there with her. Taylor, she has an amazing story. Obviously, she's had some major weight loss, but she's also overcome some pretty tough times in her life, and this community has helped her get through it. So why not you, right? We don't know what people are going through when they come into these groups, but we've seen it all, and we've also supported each other through some pretty tough stuff, and that's awesome. That's what we love about this. Trudy, she is another coach in our team, and she went from being a fitness instructor. I mean, I think that a lot of people can, definitely relate to maybe being in better shape at one time in your life, and then finding yourself in a place where you're like, wow, I'm obese, or I'm really, really not where I used to be or where I want to be. But she found Beachbody. She's also, restored her fitness, her finances, and her heart. I mean, it's never just weight. It's always so much more. I am a firm believer that the way that you feel in your skin, the way that you take care of your temple, your body, it is like a foundation that you build your life on. So don't be surprised as you start to take more time for you again, as you start to say, you know what, I care about myself. I get one body. I'm going to take better care of it. I'm going to take better care. I'm going to be a better steward of the thoughts that are going on in my mind. As you start to do that, you're going to start to feel a shift in your life. Does it happen overnight? Absolutely not. I'd be lying to you if I told you that. But is it worth the fight? Is it worth putting that firm foundation to build your life on? Absolutely. And these women have seen so many changes. Here's Stephanie. This is another coach on our team. She joined Beachbody to feel confident and do something for herself. She lost 14 pounds with T25, 6 pounds with a 21-day fix, and 5 pounds with Insanity Max 30. She later became a coach, and now she is happier, stronger, more focused, more intentional, and confident. Why not you? Sarah Jones, she is another amazing coach in this team. She drinks her Shakeology daily. This woman is awesome. A lot of these pictures you're going to see of her, she works out in her office, okay, with a friend. why not you? It's amazing. This was just one of her many before and after pictures. This was with Pio, and she lost 7 pounds and 3 inches. So let's get to the fun part, you guys. We want to reward you guys who jumped on the call live with us. So this is only for the ones who are actually on the call live. If you're listening to the recording, we are glad you listened to it, but this is not for you. This is just for you guys who are on live. So here's what I want you guys to do. Number one, I want you to share why you're excited to get started in this Summer Ready group. And I want you to share that in 2 places. I want you to share it on your social media. So if you have Facebook, go to Facebook, and I want you to share, like, dude, this is when I'm starting. That's going to give you some extra accountability, but really just putting it out there, just swallowing your fear and saying, you know what, yeah, I am excited. I'm excited to take care of me again, to get things back in order, to whatever the case may be, get my energy back, my confidence back. Share it on social media, and then share it in the app. And I want you to tag your coach in both places. So the coach that you signed up to do this group with, I want you to tag them both in your social media posts, but then you have to also go inside of the app and tag it there, as well as put the hashtag Summer Ready, hashtag True Change. Make sure you have those hashtags on it as well. That's how I can search for you. So when you tag it in the group and on your social media and you put those hashtags, we can find you and make sure that we put you in the drawing for some exciting prizes that we will be mailing out to you guys. So thank you so much for being on this call. You guys, we're excited to dig in with you for the next 21 days and see where it takes all of us. We are definitely going to be a lot more prepared for summer than we were before we started this. I can promise you that. So you guys have an awesome night. We will see you guys in the group, and remember, ask questions, ask questions. There's going to be a post right after this call that says got questions, start asking there. All right, guys, we'll see you guys in the group, and hope you guys have a good night. Bye.